I remember covering my first perp walk in San Francisco, so that would have been 1993. They would take somebody they had already arrested in a pretty highly publicized case, and then they would find a way to walk them unnecessarily right by the crowd of media photographers, and the person would be in handcuffs. And as reporters, we appreciated that, because I needed the 10 seconds to be able to open my piece. Robert Stephen Jones was arrested tonight, right? And here's a person walking by. It's a great opening. So it was a symbiotic relationship. You know, the hero cops got the bad guy. And we were complicit in demonizing this person who hadn't even been convicted of anything and didn't need to be perp walked through. We became unwitting, and sometimes witting, co-conspirators in creating a system that literally could destroy lives. I mean, you all remember the Central Park Five. The photo of their perp walk, to some degree, sealed their fate. It was splashed all over the tabloids, ran on an endless loop on television. The media narrative was that the cops had nabbed the bad guys and they had confessed, and justice had been served. Former President Donald Trump, as you well know, bought ads in the newspaper calling for the return of the death penalty because of these young men. They should be forced to suffer, he said, and when they kill, they should be executed for their crimes. They must serve as examples for their crimes. He said that in the ad. They must serve as examples so that others will think long and hard before committing a crime or an act of violence. And the media and the public ate it up. The young men served between 6 and 12 years before being completely exonerated. After a while, I began to understand in the reporting that I was doing in communities what I was doing when I was assigned to cover policing, right? I began to refuse to cover perp walks and just kind of take a press release for what it was. I insisted, actually, on digging into what had happened and finding out more about the person who was under arrest and talking to neighbors and really understanding what happened. We would do several documentaries that focused on crime, and there was a lot of digging involved. And there wasn't a lot of competition there. People often didn't want to know about the accused. They wanted portraits of the victim. I would ask police what evidence they had, which they generally refused to reveal, and how they were so certain they had the right person, but none of that really did very much to change the narrative out there that this person was likely guilty, and what happened to them along the way, well, who really cares?